Kelly, there's a Kelly. Who is this?
Kelly is my friend. That we're doing elder yoga together.
Oh, good.
Been on one.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
would like
So,
to maybe, or that's up to her.
okay. So that's going to be an angel. And so, Kelly, can we just uh, listen to everybody? Do you understand? Kelly, are you there?
I'm trying.
Okay, good. Because the other people, they know how to listen to Baba Siddhi-chan. But at the end, if there's something that you want to have a comment, that would be okay. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, let's go together, palms together, and deep, deep breathing. And inhale. Oh, Long deep breath, heart breath. And go really deep. Heart breath. Really feel that within your own heart. And inhale. And exhale. And continue. So, God bless you all. So we know we have already been on the times, as we know, we already know about that. And I would say today is definitely the times. Okay. So keep up your breath and and listen to Baba City Chan and uh, oh, also I have to tell you, I would like, okay, because okay, so keep up, and Baba City Chan says that for today is your day to listen to him for his situation. As we know, this is when the the change happened uh, for the president is has changed, and you understand that, and listen to see what Baba Siddhi says for us. What shall we do? Breathe. Okay. Agya Paul?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Should I
Do
listen
you,
to
Yes.
do you
Soul?
think we could get some time to listen to Soul first?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, okay. We
Thank you.
have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay.
And inhale. And exhale. And stay with heart breath. Continue for Angel Po.
Okay. Well, I mentioned to Baba Siri-chan, I was talking with him and telling him that I really don't feel good. I do, I really like feeling depressed, and I just don't feel good about all of this. And I I said to him, uh what's this all about? This is the time, these are the times, I know, but can't can't Guru help us a bit here? And what he said was that it happened, and it was supposed to happen because it happened, and things are going to get worse before they get better. And the big message he gave me was to stay even closer to him, and even closer to Guru, um and listening, constantly listening, and sending heart breath as a regular thing, and love to the world, um, selfless love. And he said that um, sacrifice is going to have to be a big part of my life from now on, to make the necessary sacrifices to be a selfless lover of people. And because these time don't and oh and he said, don't let this bring you down, because I mean, that's what I've been feeling like all morning, very close to just crumbling and just saying, oh, the heck with it, I can't do anything else. And just very discouraged. And he said, he said, don't let this bring you down. You have to stay strong. And I don't think I ever have been called upon to stay strong when I had felt so much the opposite. And so so that's it. I mean, it's life is so yeah. And so he also said, life is not all rosy and glowy. It's now is the times we got to dig in, and and follow soul, and stay close to each other, because we're all talking unity, and we have to be careful about schisms and separations that will most likely become even worse. And so it's very important to we're all part of this unity, and to be like aware of that and open to that, and and at the same time, not get brought down by the forces. What I feel are the dark forces are even stronger than I've ever felt them. So I told him that, and he's just like, oh yeah, okay, and so but the idea is to not let any of that, and with his help and with soul's help, bring me down. So I can work with so I can, we can all work together, um, and not give up on our brothers and sisters who um, still ascribe to the, shall I say, Piscean ways of the patriarchy and the subjugation of women and all of that stuff. So we've got to focus on unity, and that's the key, and that's the challenge right now. And I think that's my message from Bubba.
God bless you. How do you feel? What's inside your feel?
Oh, right now, how do I feel? Oh my God, I feel like the whole range of discouragement, upsetness, anger, rage, um, hopelessness. um, like, how can my brothers and sisters be so ignorant as to vote for fascism, for authoritarian? How can that happen? How can people? Well, for many reasons, one of which is the media have been siloed, so I don't think we've seen all the good that's been done. And um so yeah, and the big one is disappointment, just totally disappointed. And I'm not. And climate change, I grieve. I guess I'm feeling grieving too, for climate change, for our earth. How's that gonna all pan out under this, um I'll call it regime, um this presidency. I don't know. So anyway, thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm feeling crappy inside. So but I think it's probably what I need to like let go of.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what can you do from Baba Siddhi-chan? What can you do?
Yeah. Well, I can remember that he's telling me, don't let him get you. Don't come down to their level. Don't feel defeated. Stay strong. And sure, yeah, I think he's like normalizing the fact that I feel these feelings of hopelessness and powerlessness. And he's like, okay, feel them. That's fine. And then release them. And what he's suggested is that, and I'm outside, so he suggested that I take time to be with nature, and to recognize, I don't know, just the peace and the serenity of nature, um that will like hold me up. So yeah, hold me up under um this shock. I'm still in shock. I'll say that, and I turned off media yesterday. I said, no, I'm not going to watch anything. I'm turning it off. I'm not going to watch. And I was so optimistic, but so that's that.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what was Baba Siddhi's tool? Do you remember that?
Well, love.
Love.
And
Oh,
yep,
love.
yep. So it's like right now, I'm not feeling it, but asking to, I'm asking for clarity and some direction and some protection, because I think that the dark side, there's seductions of the dark side that people have acquiesced to and have gotten involved in, and but the main instrument is love, selfless love, he told me, and and heart breath, which is sharing selfless love um through my prana. And but boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, yeah, that's the instrument. And I just have, it's like any kind of musical instrument, you have to practice. Practice makes perfect. So practice, 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 he says.
You got it. That's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. So now, what about, is Hadi Mender okay?
She's not here. Where is she?
Did you call me?
Oh, yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I have someone that just came in that I have to work with. I'm. I will listen when in another 5 minutes.
Okay.
And my message is kindness. Is kindness. It's a big message, but I'll talk to you in just a few minutes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Gian das Prem.
Satnam. What Brother Siri Chand showed me was from my soul, from his showing me, is the casting of how we are programmed by our vibrations that we're receiving from when we enter that point of life, right? So we're programmed to listen from inside the womb, and then we need love or attention when we come outside of the womb. And a lot of that message is coming through for that, noticing how we've been casted in a certain way for our form of life. And then for a personal situation, it would be when I was younger and we had art and music and theater in our schools, and they would have plays where within the classroom would create the production, and you would be casted if you wanted to be a character in that certain thing. So you would practice for that role, and then you would come forth and play that role. And Baba is showing me all the different, how science and information and media come together, and how they're brought forth in certain ways. And he's bringing me back once again to the archaeology and noticing that archaeology of the heart and how it relates to how we're moving forward with our way for this community to develop, for this love community to develop. And if we look around, we'll notice that we're split in certain ways from our opinions, and that if we can compress our opinions, into a certain understanding where that circle becomes that Satnam, that truth of the identity and the loss of identity, and that coming back together with the heart knowing. And sometimes it breaks open, things become uncomfortable. It could be a physical thing. And the noticing of our emotional involvements at times, that it can create ways in the heart that can become uncomfortable when we're presented with an image or a thought or a vibration that is difficult to disseminate at first, or however it's coming through, and then that that way that we come through that the word compassion, right? It's just sort of that passion within that, and then you know the ions that and everything else comes into a fluid magnetic sort of sense of, now that we have this technology of looking beyond this planet, and we're looking into it more too, so we're actually looking inside and outside, and we have such this beautiful view of the outside now, right? Expanding it every time with each passing of the orbits of the satellites that are way out there and the machines that are out there showing us back, where these beautiful pictures, right? And all of the energy that creates that allows this form to be in that sort of way of how we come into, for me it was, yeah, okay, I've been putting my energy towards this, and last week the cocooning and that coming into the motherly presence and noticing, from my heart how I was set free, and all these ways that I was able to go about my life. And then now at this point of noticing this part of my life that, I misunderstood certain things, and I can see these through my children and through the elders, and, the history of this country, the land, the way that it speaks, it's just coming up forth more and just showing us, our past and how we've struggled in that past to stay in that love vibration, right? And yeah, so coming to that complete circle of that in Baba Siri Chand, and there are sometimes I'm saying to myself, is it in between the shamanistic thing and the celebratory thing of the heart that allows that expression to come forth and challenge my heart in certain ways where it will connect to my bond, my hippo. I like to call it a hippo because that's my favorite, the hypothalamus, or however it is when you want to get scientific, and then come back to that explanation of, okay, wow, there's billions of us here together now, creating this vibration of being able to look out far beyond and being able to look all the way through, like the histories of this, erased, semi-erased civilizations, but the love vibration of that communal sense of coming back together, regardless who has been put in that spot of to be the star or the famous media person or that image that we create of a person, and that the vibration should be the most important part of that person that we're dealing with ourselves as part of our coming back into that compassion. And yeah, so that's okay. So, and that person is there now. I mean, I wanted to be a toy soldier, right? The nutcracker, but I was casted as the rat. And I sort of took that as an insult at that age because I was always a little rebellious. But, I noticed that the theatrics of it are a lot of, spreading yourself out and putting yourself out there and playing that part of something that you're uncomfortable with. And coming back to that sense of looking in the mirror and being challenged in certain ways, where if you come back to love, then I can go back to being able to understand the mechanics of the magnet and the air, and how the fluid sense of that has a way of moving. And we're moving into that type of technology now, yeah, like a magnetic water air engine, that once it gets moving, and then you can have so many things behind that. It's just these simple things that happen, is when we boil water. And I think when we look further into our diet, we can do that. And that's the personal message for me, is further going into that softening of my heart and my ego. And yeah, and that's with the practice of the breathing. So yeah, why, Guru, just thank you so much. And this love here, and offering the support of myself now, Gian Das Prem saying, to share my love and knowledge with us, breathing together and being together each week, and offering any assistance of people that want to reach out or speak off of the media time that we're doing here now, which we're putting out that vibration of love, right? That hug, that big hug, and the Satanam, and Satnarayan and Waheguru, and that's what I think that'll be my next yeah, challenge for daily meditation. And this morning it was just like I'm saying, oh, what song will it be today when I turn it on? And is it going to be I Am, or is it going to be, In Peace or something? And it was just I am, and that's the presence that I came out with, of breathing through that and being able to start out slow and in a child's voice, and then be able to keep up with those loud fast beats. And it's part of the learning, and I'm appreciative of that. And thank you so much, people, for having that open heart of that community, the ashram, and that bright light, coming down. It's like I can see like this invisible bird, I've seen it before, and it flies, and sort of the way the dust moves around, like when they tested a wind tunnel, and it's just all these beautiful lights and the flapping of the wings and the going through of that, and are turning in different directions. And yeah, so I've been embracing that, the elements. And Waheguru again. Thank you so much, people. Love, love,
Okay.
love.
Thank you, sweet. Okay. Love to all. Have you all realized what was heard over the years from Baba Siddhi Chand? Have you heard that? Or have you been just TV? Or was it true? Is that now true? And what you're talking about is pure change. Love selfness. Isn't that amazing? It's true. Okay. And it was very interesting to me to see so many different schisms that would happen. Okay. So continue to listen to Soul and Baba Siddhi Chand and Jesus. That's it. That we're talking about any religion. No, we're talking about the truth. Okay, so now, Dade, what did you have to say?
For me, right away, Baba said, relax. And then this is a time of opening. So there was like a felt sense of like the front of the body opening and emptying out like everything that's in the way of being connected to the heart of love. He said to rise above fear and conflict and lead from the heart no matter what. And he reminded me of, like, brought me back into the channel, like our channel with connected to Mother Earth soul in the light, and how like to reconnect to that grid. So the grid of all beings everywhere who are continuing to remain in love, to link into that when we need support. In anything that comes up in myself that has a charge, any emotion or reaction, to just immediately like hold myself in a place of love through heart breath and my own hand on my heart. He said to keep chanting and singing. And also, this continues to be a time of really kind of switching giving our power away to these outside sources, and really reclaiming our power, which is our heart, connected to the great heart. And this is kind of the moment of action to do it, because it's less and less that we have these leaders that we can trust or even look to. So it's like a reorientation to listening and being in the unknown of the heart space. Yeah, and just that Mother Earth, Jesus, the angels, the light is always leading us no matter what. So no matter what happens, like to keep listening and responding from that place and take breaks when needed. You know, when there's exhaustion or fear, step back and come back into the breath.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That had wonderful visual. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. Now, South City, we're happy to see you, but as you know, we don't have video.
No more
because
video. Okay,
Huh?
I must have missed that. I know last time. Okay, no problem.
Okay, good. Okay, are you ready?
Sure, sure. So happy to be here. I started, Kudu started working on me very early this morning, and I had a kind of a busy day planned. It was like, oh, no, 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 go clean your room. And really, really direct, clear direction. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Get rid of whatever you can. And I was just given some new assignments, which really astound me. So I got direction to check out the senior centers and find a place where I could do a public morning sadhana. I'm not totally sure on the numbers of days a week. I don't think it's every day. So what's interesting
Okay.
every time?
Excuse me, South City,
Yes.
the angel doesn't, maybe she doesn't know about sadhana. Just say that.
Give an explanation of a sadhana.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Just a
So
short.
sadhana, just means the daily discipline. And it means taking first thing of the day is to surrender and dedicate and listen to soul. And it usually involves cold shower first, put on the whites, and then a pretty whatever yoga set you like to do. I got some ones that I just really like.
Mhm.
And then chanting. And there's a special sequence of sadhana songs that to be sung, and there's CDs that are available everywhere. It's all online. Lots of sadhanas online.
Good. Okay, now thank you. Now go on with Baba City Chan.
Yeah, so that's every town in Massachusetts has to have a senior center, and they're very, very lovely. And so I thought, okay, I've been going to some of these. So there's one in Holliston I really, really like. So we'll see how that works out. But it's like open-ended. And what then I was guided to, so I was so glad, Siri, Gian, that you talked about Jesus, because I've been going to this really powerful, wonderful church. And I've been involved in, African American, soulful churches. So it's just a fun thing I do. It's like kind of my gurdwara right now. And what I did notice was that there's this really dangerous, I don't even know what to call it, thought process in Christian, really devout, loving Christian. This church is mostly Black. And it's important. It's called Christian Zionism, which is a lot about that the land of the Palestinians, that three Abrahamic religions belongs to Israel, and Christians. Religious Zionism means Christians get to go back and take over. That's what the war is really about. One part of it is really about in Israel. That we are the chosen people, and this land belongs to us, and we can kill and murder and do whatever we want to do to get it. So I was led to, totally out of the blue, there's this incredible Orthodox Christian priest in Jerusalem who's on YouTube, and he created this really good. So, well, a message I kept getting from Soul was, "Oh, you got some re-education going on here. You need to be really willing to understand these. What's the word we have in our tradition for like a really tight mess? Karma. Yeah, karma's a knot. The original Sanskrit word is like a knot in your shoe. Karma is a knot that has to be untied. And there's this deep karma in the West. I don't want to say that because it's very connected to the wars that are part of this horrible period of time we're going through. And that I just got instructions, learn about this Christian Zionism thing, which is a biblical interpretation that the land of Israel has its first in all rights to Palestine. So anyway, that was really helpful, especially these really wonderful teachers, ministers who had devoted a lot of time and energy to trying to challenge this Christian Zionist psychosis, bad karma. I hope I'm making sense because it was really powerful for me. And it made me realize soul is always there guiding me, and sometimes the strangest things come up. But teach yoga, do sadhana rigorously, and share it with others, and then be gently and lovingly challenging to these beliefs that are really not Aquarian, that are used to abuse and destroy others, create wars, all this insanity, is really important. And just keep listening to soul, and the directions are so much more intense and so specific. So either all of our practice here has really helped, or the frequency is also changing. So, or something's changed where I can really get explicit instruction and follow through. And thanks, Guru, for the assignments. I'll do my best. Why, Guru?
Right. Wonderful. Thank you, dear. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Honey Munder, are you ready? Honey Munder? Okay, so I guess we will listen from Japa Saraswati.
Sanam.
Satnam.
Okay, well, Baba reminded me that of the Hindu pantheon, there is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, generator, organizer, and destroyer or deliverer.
Okay, now wait a minute, excuse me. Are you getting this from Baba Siddhi Chand?
Yeah, I wrote it down because so that I would remember it. But yes, this is what my message from Baba. Um, so what he reminded me was that the destroyer or the deliverer is one of the three faces of God. And he reminded me that he is also Shiva, that Baba merged his consciousness with Shiva while he was still in his earthly body. Um, and that Shiva, it's so complex for me. This is where there's so much feeling, but Shiva is like the dark father, and his wife, who's Kali, is like the dark mother. And they're both like really protective, but I guess I also kind of find Shiva a bit paternalistic sometimes, because he's God with a male pronoun. Um, and because of that, I guess I'm resonating with, um, I feel like the patriarchy just took a big step forward in the last 24 hours. Um, paterfamilias, so what I've been feeling is just a tremendous amount of grief. And that's what I've been saying to Baba. And what Baba reminded me is that grief is the generator, that grief is Brahma, and that grief is that Brahma is Saraswati's husband and companion. Um, I feel like grief is my husband and companion a lot. I feel like in my heart, I feel like this win for is saying to me that I feel like I never get to win. Um, and that grief, though, is a generator. That grief is also tapas or austerities. And last week, Siri Gian, our message, or one of my messages, was about you asked basically what makes that growth, what makes that maturation. And I said that the answer was tapas, and that it is sort of a warm discomfort, not entirely unlike purgatory, um, and that austerities equal growth and maturation and development. Um, yeah, I could go on to talk more about Shiva, but I think that oh yeah, and also I guess to lean into, like, so I've always been really kind of Shivite in nature. Baba teases me about it. He makes funny jokes about me being a little destroyer. Um, and whenever I feel especially angsty about it, I lean into the chant Om Namah Shivaya, and Baba told me to take refuge in that chant and also to take refuge in him. Um, I think that was my message.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And Shiva is also the warrior and the healer
Mm-hmm.
and the yogi.
Oh
Yogi.
yeah. So that was the other thing. I mean, this is very half-baked, but I want to say it is that, like, I don't, what Baba, well, he reminded me about, I don't know if you remember that I was abused by my childhood dentist, and I found he abused a lot of the kids. And I thought it was really ironic that he'd gone into the dental profession to, like, supposedly heal and promote the health of the mouth, and that instead he really abused our mouths. And now we as adults have a ton of extra healing to do on our fifth chakra. And then when I was meditating for it, what I saw was actually that he had kind of like brought about that all of this healing from our abuse survivors group that we created, because there are so many of us that he tortured. that I said, oh my gosh, all of us are doing this extra healing of our fifth chakra that we wouldn't be doing if not for him. And what I felt like is that this is leading us to a healing crisis. That even though it really sucks and there's a lot of austerities, and I feel incredibly disheartened about it, I also do feel that it's leading us to healing at the end of the road.
You got it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, I think that's what happened with Yogi Bhajan. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but I think it's too convenient.
Well, okay.
I'm not going to argue with you. Um, I
Can I
love
just
you.
Can I just ask for more explanation what Siri Gian means when she says that? I think I understand, but can you explain a little more fully? And it's good for us to have disagreements, and sorry to jump in, I'm off.
I can't understand. Because of my hearing aid.
She wants more explanation on what you mean
Well,
about Yogi Bhajan.
Yogi Bhajan made things are amazing on the one side, and on the other side made terrible, terrible hurt. And now I suspect that they are feeling much more, is having work with healing in their selves. And that's the way that Japa Saraswati was talking about.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Oh, okay. And how about Harimander? Are you back? What about Kelly? Oh, okay. Well, God bless you, everybody. And please understand what's happening. Okay, this is not a movie. This is not about TV or a book. Do you understand this? This is true. This is what's really happening. Okay? But you know exactly what to do with Baba Siddhi Chand and with soul and also with Jesus. Straight there. You have it. Does everybody know that?
Thank you so much for that affirmation. Thank you. Very empowering.
That's right. Because these are the times. We call it the times because it's pure change, pure change. And you understanding that what we used to know, we're not doing that anymore. You understand that? It's not.
Yes.
And the old way used to be annoying. I'm so dark and da da da. But guess what? It is for love, pure love, living to pure light with everybody. Do you understand that? Even those people that you see on their lawn signs with Trump, heart breath. Do you understand that? Everybody.
Preach it, sister.
Love
What?
is good.
What?
What they say in my church. Preach it, sister. When everybody says something really deep and true. Preach it.
Right.
Okay. So God bless you all. Things are going to be, there are so many things are turning upside down. So don't get worried about anything. It's about anything that you hear from you know who, from Baba Chan, from Soul, from the gurus, to pure truth, including Jesus. You got it? Because everything is going to be, from now, going to be untruth.
Ooh, yes.
By Guru.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, even I went to the refrigerator this morning and I thought, well, what am I going to do for breakfast? And then I heard, just to get, what is that? It's not a persimmon, but it's a thing with all those little seeds, the red seeds. And
Granite.
hummus, yes. And then okay, so I'm just taking all of that. And then I was working with all that. And then I heard, oh, that's prashad. And we have a group to for Rachel Maddow. And I put a note there from Baba Siddhi for Soul to say pure, strong, and stay with breath and okay, staying with all those things. And the pomegranate is for prashad, and I showed them all about prashad for the pomegranate and for love for each of them. And I thought, oh, well, this is a little different. So that's, for instance, that's what happened earlier. Okay, so God bless you all.
Thank
Okay.
you for the seeds. Thank you for the seeds.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, pomegranate is a really special fruit. It was probably the fruit in the Garden of Eden because it's the only fruit that is both fruit and seed at once, and it's incredibly symbolic of fertility and of regeneration.
Okay, this is it. Degenerate? No, for regeneration. This is it. This is what the times are about.
Regeneration.
Okay. So, Agya Paul, will you be the lead
Sure.
for our song? Okay, go ahead.
Sure. Okay, so let's rub your hands together really, really fast. Bring your hands to your heart center and inhale deeply to begin. May the long time sun
Shine upon
you all surround you and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way.
Inhale. So God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Love
everybody.
you all. Pure.
Soul adventure.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Good being with you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Japa Body, please
Yeah.
send everybody the the recording.
Okay, I will. I will
Okay.
do.
Thank you
All right.
all. Love you all.